Hey people, what's up? Welcome to the bonus editions episode. I'm back from my little trip to visit my sister-in-law. If you guys have family-in-law, if you're married, you know how it was. It was a fun time. It was exhausting. It was in Oklahoma. I don't know if you've ever been there, but wow. Very fun, good times. Tulsa, first time in Tulsa, new to the Tulsa scene. So, good times, but I apologize to those who were listening to the podcast this week. I know that I was trying to be quiet in the house because I was getting up early before everyone else. So, sometimes my voice got a little different and it was like my sexy morning voice. And then I went outside and did the podcast, and then the birds decided to join in. And so you had beautiful noise, whether it was my voice or the birds. I don't know. You pick what you enjoyed more, and all that stuff. Let's just start off right out of the bat. Exciting news, big news coming in. I am interviewing somebody huge tomorrow. Honestly, I cannot believe he said yes to me. I don't know if you guys know this about me. I'm growing this platform. It's growing, and I think it's doing really well, and I'm starting to explode a little bit more, and I love it. And I think I owe you guys a thanks for sharing, telling your friends, going on a limb, and just telling people about the 1 Minute News whenever you can. And I appreciate you guys so much for doing stuff like that. But anytime I see somebody interesting on TV or on social media, I immediately message them and say, hey, you want to be on the show? Because I want to interview you. I want to get to know you. I want to know, I just want to talk. I want to know your thoughts on culture, context, and political, what your view on the political world is, who you're voting for, etc. If you don't want to talk about that, that's fine too. And I'm just down to talk about anything. I kind of take the Joe Rogan kind of approach where I just see where it goes. And I kind of go based on whoever I'm interviewing, the kind of speed or tempo or whatever they want to talk about, I'm down to talk about as well. But I want to highlight my guests. It's not like a gotcha show or I'm here to argue. So I invite people on that have different beliefs as me, different views as me, because I think that's the only way we will grow as a society. I don't understand these people who want to only watch the same programs that just feed into what they already believe. It's cool, great. But I love meeting new people. I love learning new things and branching out. And I owe that to, I think, the kind of views I have on the political spectrum, because I just see right through some of just the garbage that is spewed out on the news media because I don't use one source. I use multiple sources. I use like 25 sources every morning. I go through and read through every day for you guys for the 1 Minute News to make it as unbiased as possible. Yes, there are sometimes stories where I'm like, oh, I don't want to say this because it'll make my candidate look bad or make my belief look bad, but I don't care because I'm here to give you guys the truth as much as I possibly can. You are welcome. Give a like on the comments if you're watching videos just based on that because that's incredible that I do that. The Democratic convention is going on right now. Michelle Obama just talked and said, I know Joe. Yeah, we know you know Joe. Okay, great. Trump said that he, quote unquote, I want a third term. And people are losing their mind. I don't understand people that don't understand that Trump speaks off the cuff so much that he's kind of like me where he'll say something and be like, oops, I maybe shouldn't said it just like that. I didn't really mean it. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. I don't really think he is wanting a third term. We'll see. But people are losing their minds about that right now. If you're one of those losing your minds, I would say just take a deep breath. The media likes to take snippets and run with it and create these crazy narratives like, I don't know, equating him to Hitler of some capacity. It's so crazy to me. Anyways, I'm drinking an IPA right now. It's Monday. I'm about to start the school week. I'm a school teacher for those who don't know. So if you're ready to dox me, get ready to find me. I am a school teacher. I teach middle school students. I work with, I'm not going to say anymore, but I start up again this week. So hopefully the news will still be just as good. Maybe the videos will come out a little later because I'll just be busy. All right, let's get into your questions. I'm just rambling at this moment. Let's start with Brandon right out of the gate. Brandon, I remember you last week. Thanks for that incredible questions about Bigfoot. What do you have for us? Who do you think you are? I appreciate that, Brandon. You're such a jerk. I think I am who I am. But who are you? It's the real question. So just think about that. This comes in from Maximus. Who said it better? Who mispronounced Kamala better? Kamala. Joe Biden or Tucker Carlson? Oh my. Doesn't matter. Okay. I have a weird last name. People mispronounce my last name all the time. Do I lose my mind? Absolutely not. I think it's funny. The worse the mispronouncing is, the funnier it is to me. I don't understand people that think this is like some kind of diss. And maybe it is a diss, but who cares? It's so subtle. And I did see the Tucker Carlson. I watched that, and I saw the guy he was interviewing that decided to give him a lecture of like respect, which is, the irony is unbelievable. Because can we talk about the time CNN, MSNBC showed a lot of respect towards Trump? Yeah, I can't either. I have no idea when that happened. So the respect does not go on either side, and that's just how it is. I think politics were so cutthroat, and now it's just cutthroat with social media and in your face more. And that's just how it is. It's always been cutthroat. There's never a time that was civil. Like this idea that before Trump, politics was just so civil. No, there was times like the first president's talking about. I should have had prepared that moment, but there was times I think they were talking about calling people like whores and stuff like that back in the day, like before Abe and like the first and second president. This has always been the case. So just relax. If you want to get in the political spectrum, just be ready to be abused. I'll just put it that way. Yeah, who said it better? I don't know. They both said it the same. I heard Joe Biden call her Kamala, and I saw in the same speech he called her Kamala. Same exact speech. No one lost their mind. Why? Because Joe Biden said it, obviously. But I don't know. I love when Tucker Carlson mispronounces names, or he calls Don Lemon. Okay, I know. Don Lemon instead of Don Lemon. And the funny part is I can't tell if it's a diss or it's how you're supposed to actually pronounce his name, but no one does. So who cares? Do you have a weird name? Do people mispronounce your name? It happens. I work with a lot of kids from different parts of the world that I have no idea how to pronounce their name, and they just, like, the times they get upset, I'm like, you need to be okay with this. Not everyone's perfect. No one's going to know your name. Obviously, you're not even from this country, so I've never seen it before. This is a new word. Have you ever seen a new word before and then not know how to pronounce that word? That's what it's like. So people just need to take a breath. Take a chill pill. I don't know. Every time I ask questions online, I get like these silly emails that are like, hey, would you like to be a part of my social media thing? This is from Hugo Wales. Random question, but I'm in the UK. We hear bits about US politics. Do you hear at all about UK politics at all? And Hugo, I kind of looked you up. I stalked you a little bit. You're from Sheffield United. Sheffield. Hey, are you a Sheffield United fan? You guys had a great season. Congrats. Fantastic coach. Great playing system. Love what's going on at Sheffield. I am a United fan, and I wish I was English sometimes because then people would probably consider me a little bit more credible. when I talk about United because I'm a die-hard United fan. But Sheffield United, fantastic team. I don't know if you're a Sheffield United fan. I'm just guessing. Yes, I hear about UK politics only because I look for it. I go to BBC. I go to Daily Mail. I use UK politics all the time. I see you guys talk a lot about your kings and queens and Kate Middleton and all that stuff, and that stuff bores the heck out of me because I could care less. But not as much as the politics, more about like global stuff. But I do use BBC as one of the sources, one of the many sources. Yeah. Oh, and this comes in from Biscuit Kelly. Where do you get off? Easily one of my favorite movies, Hot Rod. I'm assuming that's who you're talking about. Where do you get off? Love Hot Rod. Thank you, Biscuit Kelly. Yeah, so I try to be global in this podcast. I try to fit it in. Sometimes, it's 1 minute, so I try to stick towards the United States because that's what majority of my listeners are. But I'm also globally sensitive to what's going on in the world. I'm not United States centric all the time. So that's one of my questions coming in from you guys. Thank you so much. Okay. What job would you be terrible at? I would be terrible at anything accounting. I hate that stuff. I'm not a type A personality whatsoever. You see my desk at work and makes type A personalities lose their mind. It makes them uncomfortable. It makes them want to throw up, probably. That's just not me. I'm the other type. So... yeah, anything in counting, anything, I don't mind numbers because numbers, like math is like a journey, but anything I have to just keep up with just boring, detailed information. I like big picture stuff. I'm like Michael Scott. I'm a big picture boss. That was a terrible accent. Big picture. Here's the big picture. What songs have you completely memorized? Disney songs, of course. Magic Carpet Ride. I can show you the world. Disney songs, some, yes. Probably some old school hip hop. I mean, I don't know. I never remember the songs I completely memorize until it comes on, and then some old school Taking Back Sunday. Any TBS fans? Yeah, just a lot of stuff that I got when I got my first car. Skill I'd like to master is probably, I don't know, archery sounds fun. I think that'd be awesome. Or smoking meats. I would love to get a meat smoker. I've been looking at those Traegers. That would be awesome. Anybody want to buy me one? That'd be incredible. So that would be cool. I lived in the South for a long time, and I miss just cooking barbecue. Okay. That's all. Oh, did I say who my bonus guest was going to be? I think I flew over that part and just started talking about other stuff. I apologize. Or maybe I did it on purpose, subconsciously. My guest tomorrow is somebody huge. I'm interviewing them at 6 in the morning. This guest is crazy enough to get up that early and be interviewed by the great and powerful 1 Minute News guy, Eric. That's the only name I have for you today. I'm interviewing Leo Terrell. I don't know if you've seen him a lot. He's an African-American gentleman. Oh, that's my chicken. He's an African-American gentleman. I've seen him on Hannity. I've seen him on Dr. Drew. I've seen him on just a whole bunch of just different stuff. I love his take. He's a civil rights attorney. He said yes to coming on the podcast, so I will be interviewing him tomorrow, 6:30 in the morning. I will be editing that all week and probably publish it either Friday for the podcast and then Monday for video. But there's going to be a video format, and so if you want to see his beautiful face, my mother, quote unquote, says I have a miniature crush on him, so she will be watching the video. And I also And so I'll have a video, and it'll be on YouTube, and it'll be on Instagram, and it'll be on my podcast. So look out for that. It's going to be a really fascinating interview. I think it's going to be incredible. I'm going to ask him about Kamala Harris. I'm going to ask him about Biden. I'm going to ask him about ACLU and just Black Lives Matter movement, and just whatever comes up, it's going to come up. But it's going to be a fantastic interview. He's a huge guest, and I can't believe he said yes to me. I love it. Thank you, Leo Terrell. I'll see you guys in the morning, and thank you for listening to the bonus episode. Have a fantastic Monday and the start of the week. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you for listening to the 1 Minute News bonus edition, where we just go through some of your questions. Get some of those questions early into me so I can maybe do some research if they're more in-depth questions. I realized this week was kind of weird because I was out of town, but I'm still doing the bonus episode Friday. So email me at the1minutenews@gmail.com. Any questions you have for me, or contact me on any social media platform. You can DM me. I don't block that out. DM me. Ask me anything you want. Have a fantastic week. Thank you guys for being a part of the 1 Minute News community. And again, Leo Terrell in the morning. The Leo Terrell. Thank you.